Welcome to Village Church Connections. I'm David Pavey. You've probably heard of Uber, the transportation network company. It's a sort of taxi service where private drivers carry passengers who request their services through a smartphone or computer app. The company was co-founded in 2009 by an American computer programmer and a businessman named Travis Kalanick when he was only 33 years old. But Travis Kalanick has been in a spot of trouble recently, and it was due to a heated argument that he had with one of his drivers. What Kalanick didn't realize was that the entire episode was being recorded by a dashboard camera. A driver named Fawzi Camel picked up Kalanick, his boss, politely shaking hands with him. The driver then began to challenge billionaire Kalanick on why he didn't pay more to his drivers and why he kept changing the way he did business. "I'm bankrupt because of you," Kamel said as he continued, thrusting his finger at the chief executive and telling Kalanick that no one trusts him anymore. Kalanick eventually climbed out of the car, hurling at his employee a list of expletives that would make a sailor blush, and slamming the car door. Eventually, the Uber chief executive was willing to admit his lack of self-control and the shocking language. So he sent a letter to thousands of his employees. He said, "By now I'm sure you've seen the video where I treated an Uber driver disrespectfully. To say that I am ashamed is an extreme understatement. My job as your leader is to lead, and that starts with behaving in a way that makes us all proud. That is not what I did, and it cannot be explained away." "It's clear," he said, "this video is a reflection of me. And the criticism that we've received is a stark reminder that I must fundamentally change as a leader and grow up. This is the first time I've been willing to admit that I need leadership help, and I intend to get it. I want to profoundly apologize to Fawzi, as well as the driver and rider community, and to the Uber team." Travis. Several aspects of Kalanick's confession caught my attention. Now, for one thing, he accepted that the secretly recorded video was indeed a true reflection of his moral condition. He admitted he had a serious character issue to confront. Another detail that struck me was Kalanick's admission, "I need help and intend to get it." He realized he couldn't just pull himself up by his bootstraps. He needed help beyond his own ability to change himself, and he intended to get it. But if Kalanick really wants to change, he must understand that his behavior will not change significantly unless there's a fundamental change within. That doesn't just apply to Kalanick, of course. We may be kind, generous, apparently upright people, and the best of neighbors, but all of us need to have a transformation that God brings about when we recognize who we really are and our natural state and trust Him to change us. The Bible informs us that the heart is deceitful and desperately wicked, but it also assures us that a broken and a contrite heart God will not despise. We all need to reach a point when, like Kalanick, we realize that we are morally flawed people. We need to turn from our selfish way to the Son of God and say, in effect, "I've messed up, Lord, and I'm sorry. Thank you for dying for me. Please help me now to follow you." And God gives us grace to honor Him in the way we live, not in order to merit favor, but as evidence of our faith in Jesus Christ. And He gives us His Holy Spirit to enable us to live differently. Kalanick took a courageous step in admitting his faults, apologizing to his drivers, and expressing his intention to get help. I hope that he seeks God's help while he's at it. You know, I did, and it has made a difference. And thank you for tuning in once again to Village Church Connections.